All right, guys, I was sitting today and thinking the best way I wanted to present this video. And I did some research, and a lot of this stuff I already knew, but I wanted to just confirm so that way fact checkers and everything like that have no problem in going confirming what I'm saying is the truth in the matter of the argument. So I wanted to make a video around Wuthering Waves and Genshin Impact copying, Wuthering Waves copying Genshin Impact, and just this whole argument about, the whole copying argument. The thing is that when you look at video games throughout history, most genres will evolve. So if we take, for example, the base, I guess we can say like the most primitive form of something that has respectively evolved over time is going to be probably a side scroller platformer style game. When those first came out, it was from left to right that you would go across the screen and you could jump up and down, and that was basically it. Then they came with an introduction of getting power-ups, having more different enemies and traversal and stuff like that. So everything started to evolve over time, and it became something different over time whenever you look at this type of genre of game. These type of games, they've been out for a while now. So when we're looking at games like Genshin Impact that is considered an open world adventure game, it evolved from, let's say, even Breath of the Wild as an open world adventure game, evolved from things that came before that even in itself. Now, yes, granted, Genshin Impact did pioneer, I would say, the gacha aspect into an open world adventure game. Even then, I promise you it was not the first. I didn't look into which game came out before that, but I know in the past I've played games that were just worse graphics of gacha games that were the same kind of style. Now, did they have the level of parkour and traversing and everything like that? No. Was the world as deep and as beautiful? And was there this unique story behind it? And, this cast? No, not at all. But that's where the evolution ties into what I'm talking about. So when people are complaining that Tower Fantasy and Wuthering Waves are just straight up ripping off Genshin Impact, I mean, that is outright ignorant. Like it is probably one of the dumbest mindsets that you can have. And I hate to use that word, like I truly do, because it makes me feel ignorant and dumb using that. But truly, if you just use the internet for 2 minutes to influence your thought process, or at least allow yourself to know the truth behind the argument that you're trying to make, you'll see that many games came before Genshin Impact. And if anything, Genshin Impact truly, I mean, if you look at it at a base scale, and I enjoy Genshin Impact, I have nothing against it. I'm not bashing that game one way or another. I've supported it by putting money into it. I played it for a very long time. I enjoyed every aspect of the game, and I think it's an okay game. I think it did what it needed to do, and they just haven't innovated past that. They haven't felt the need because they continue to make money with all you people continuing to support a game that is not supporting you, is one of the reasons why I left. But if you truly look at a genre and then you are arguing the fact that Wuthering Waves is just copying and pasting this whole style, well, I mean, I beg to differ. They're taking something that works, they're creating their unique spin to it, while adding a flair of a plethora of different other styles of genres that also work, that also have enjoyment for player bases, that mesh very well with this kind of open world adventure style. And they're building upon that in a way that no other game is doing it right now. So they're innovating. And by innovating, they're just meshing ideas together, which is most of the time is the way that you're going to innovate in a direction of something, because everything at this point has been done. But it's just an iteration of how it can be done. there's a just for example, for storytelling, when it comes to storytelling, and this is, I guarantee I could find something on like design and stuff as well, but give me 1 second. The perspectives of story. Here we go. So when it comes to storytelling, there is 36 different plots. And if you type that in, 36 different plots. It's by a person, I believe his name is Pelosi. 36 dramatic situations. There we go. George's Pelosi, or Pulte, I'm sorry. 36 dramatic situations. So this is the idea that there can only be 36 different dramatic situations when it comes to storytelling. And like, for examples, you have like supplication, deliverance, crime pursued by vengeance, vengeance taken for kin upon kin, pursuit, disaster, falling prey to cruelty, misfortune. So that's the idea of like dramatic situations. You can go ahead and take a look at that. Like I said, it's 36 dramatic situations. Just Google that and it'll show you the example. And this has been proven throughout time that stories can only be told with those different plot points. Well, when it comes to creating video games, there's only so many different genres that we're going to be able to create with the technology that we have and will have in the future. So when it comes to a genre of gacha games, gacha in of itself is the marketing aspect. It's the way that characters are delivered, way that art items are delivered. And then on top of that, or underneath that, you have the genre of game within itself. Is it going to be RPG? Is it going to be action? Is it going to be action RPG? Is it going to be turn-based? Is it going to be, adventure, so on and so forth, racing, whatever it is. So a gacha open world RPG with the ability to traverse the world and meet new people, and then a tiny little splash of co-op built into it, I feel like it's really unfair to say that anyone is copying anyone, because these are just meshes of ideas together. So I feel like we need to put this to a rest. I feel like it's time for this Genshin community to truly look inside yourself and look inside the game that you're playing and see where it came from. Like, where did it get inspiration from? And why is it so important to know that? Because this will allow you to enjoy the next step of evolution of this genre. Like, I don't know why so many people are so dead set on just enjoying one single game and becoming like a fanboy for that one single game. Shoot, back when I was growing up, we wanted to play every game that came out. Like, that was the thing, is like, you wanted to try everything. You wanted to have diversity. You didn't want to be sucked into just one and just stay on one single game over and over. Now, that does beg to differ. I mean, obviously, if you're creating content for something and it is your livelihood and it is benefiting you in a financial, mental, emotional aspect, then I'm all for that. I believe in that wholeheartedly. I think follow your passion. But when you start talking down on something that could potentially be the next person's passion or the next person's livelihood, it gets a little immature, and it gets to the point where it's just a weak mindset. And I thought about this for a long time, because I'm not big on drama. I'm not big on arguing or anything like that. I'm too old for that. I've been through that. I've done that and everything. It's not what I'm here for. I want to be on this platform to spread love and kindness and have fun with you guys and enjoy the games that all of us are going to enjoy, without having to like battle other people to say which game is better and stuff like that, or have to log online and see all this arguments over copying and pasting and stuff like that. It's just ignorant. So I hope you guys take this from the heart. Like I said, I'm not bashing Genshin Impact. I'm talking directly to the people that are using the words copying, or using the words mimicking and stuff like that. Truly do some research before you put this stuff online, because it just looks ignorant. If you have an indifferent viewpoint on this and you would like to argue your point with me, please feel free to do that in the comments. I am open to talking. If you get to a point where you're trying to attack anyone and or myself, I'm not going to give you any time. It's no point. Just obviously there's just something wrong with you if you feel the way to get angry whenever conversating with someone or communicating with someone. Anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different from what I do, but I just wanted to share my kind of thought process behind this because we are getting close to release of Wuthering Waves, and I've been pursuing Wuthering Waves and the content and stuff like that, and I wanted to let everyone know where I stood. And I hope some people that, you know, are playing Genshin right now and have thought possibly about trying out Wuthering Waves, and you were kind of torn between it because of all the negative drama and everything that's going on, I hope you give yourself a chance to try anything and everything. That way you have the ability to understand that there could be other things in your life that will benefit just as much as Genshin Impact. Anyways, guys, I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video.